Hello and welcome. So I wanted to do a review today of something that's not lightsaber related. What I have here is the Extendable Bo Staff. Now you guys have probably been seeing these floating around in videos on YouTube or on Facebook. They've been coming across people's feeds quite a bit. Within the flow community there's a lot of curiosity about what this thing is and whether or not it's useful. So I wanted to give you a quick look at it real quick. So let me go ahead and give you a close-up of what it looks like when it's all compact. Alright, so pretty compact. We have a pin in this side, we have a button on this side. Now these things are available in a couple of different varieties. There's a 150 and 110 centimeter version of these. This is the longer of the two. They're also available in a lot of different colors. For the most part, the inside of the staff or the middle is silver. You can get the ends gold like this one, or you can get them with different sorts of holographic stuff on them. For the most part, though, that's just a tape that's on one end of the material. So I'll show you a little bit about that. The goal behind this is it's really quick, or it's really small and easy really easy to carry around. This is based on an old magician's trick, the instant cane trick. The basic design of this is that it's one piece of metal, sort of wrapped up like paper, sort of wrapped around itself. It's folded or rolled such that it's comfortable being in a staff position. So basically, if you were to take a piece of paper and roll it up and keep rolling this direction, it would be thin over here, it would be thick over here, and you'd have just a big old piece of paper stick. If you've ever done that with tape or receipts, or if you've ever seen those, I think they used to call them Chinese yo-yos. It was a piece of paper around a stick that you would go like this and it would extend out. Same basic idea. So this thing is held in place by this pin. Let me go ahead and show you a little bit about the function. When you push this button on the end, the inside comes out and the pin drops. Okay, now the thing is coiled and ready to go. So one thing about this, when you extend this thing, keep a really firm grip on it, because if you don't, the first time I tried this, it shot out of my hand and shot across a field a little bit. So you got to keep a firm grip on it so it doesn't get away from you. But when I let go with my thumb here, it's going to start to extend. I'm keeping a real firm grip on it, otherwise it would have shot out instantly. So I'm making certain that that's slow so that you can see it. Alright, so there we have it, the Instant Bo Staff. So on this side we have that button, and the pin is on the inside the spool right here. It's thin on this side, the button is made out of metal, so it's somewhat durable. On this side, we have a wide end. This is the outside of the spool. Now that gold color extends to here. On the tip here, it's just tape. So for the most part, it's going to be silver, and then whatever tape or coloring is up towards the top is up towards the top. But it's just basically a steel coil. So once tightened down a little bit, it's fairly sturdy. I mean, it's not a bow staff that you're going to be able to hit things with, but you can sort of spin and perform with it. I mean, it's fairly sturdy. The problem with these things is collapsing them back again. Since they want to be like this, to collapse them back, you have to sort of unwind. The spool is wound this way, so I'm twisting it this way a little bit to loosen it up. And as I loosen it up, I'm pushing it back together. You need to be careful with this because this is steel and it's fairly thin. These edges right here are insanely sharp. So if you just try to grab it like this and do it like that, you can, but you run a real risk of cutting your hand. So I highly suggest, be careful, take your time trying to collapse it. Don't do it quick, otherwise you're dealing with a coiled up spool of razor blades here. Once you get it close enough where we're dealing with something that fits in the palm of your hand again, you take this button at the end and press it inside the roll, like this, so the pin comes out the other end. We fold the pin over, push it through, and here we are rolled back up to normal, or to the compact size. So last time I showed you this, I released it very slowly. Let me go ahead and just let it release all at once. Push the button, release the pin. There we go, staff. It's a little bit wobbly until it tightens into place a little bit, and then it's got a fair amount of structural stability to it. This works for contact moves, it works for spinning. Don't go crazy, because if you do hit anything with it or you spin it too vigorously, you will bend this thing right in the middle and then it's just flat dead. The good news about these things is that they're fairly cheap. If you're getting these on something like Wish, they're like $8, $10, sometimes 15. If you get them on some of the flow sites, they can be as much as 30. But you get them a whole lot faster than having to wait through them or wait through Wish. So fairly cheap, kind of a neat trick. Not as versatile as just a standard stick, but that starting with nothing and then instantly having a staff. I've seen people throw it up in the air and it expands and then they catch it. You can do that as well. Just don't catch it before it's finished expanding, or else when you catch it, you're again grasping moving sharp pieces of metal and they can chew up your hand. So here you have it, Instant Bo Staff. One thing about spinning these things, the point of balance is not in the middle. Since this side has this metal piece and this side does not but is wider, the point of balance on this is, it's not too far off the middle, but let's see, slightly off. And there's really no way to mark the middle on them. I mean, you could do it with Sharpie, but it would wear off after the first couple of times you collapsed it and re-expanded it. You can't do it with tape because then it wouldn't close. So you can't really mark the middle. You have to get a feeling for where it is for different moves like contact moves. But here you have it, Expandable Bo Staff, 150 centimeter version. Hopefully this has been of use. If it has, join me back for more next time, and I'll see you then.